Alright, been a week or so. I got this thing home finally, and we're going to try to see if we can't get it fire up today. And biggest obstacle we got right now, goes so far and stops. Same thing there. So we're going to have to investigate that and see what's going on. Obviously she got to turn all the way over before we can hear her run. So I'm going to open up, try to get this tappet cover off of there, and see what we can see if the valves are stuck. Might end up pulling the manifold off and looking inside of there. Because if there was water intrusion in this thing, which is likely, it would have gone down in and filled the valves up before it made it into the cylinder. So maybe it stuck the valves in there. We'll have to see. So we'll open her up and see what we can find here. Start by taking this fuel line off here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the fuel tank off of this thing also. Alright, pull these two bolts off here, pull the fuel line off, got the fuel tank off. I think we're going to take these two manifold bolts off, see if we get the whole dang thing to come off. Carburetor, all that stuff, we're going to have to get in there anyway. All the linkage, everything is froze up. The choke, throttle, it's all seized. And I imagine we're going to have to get in here, clean the points for the mag, but probably have to pull this cover, but might have to knock the pin out of this to get the cover to come off so we gain access to that. So I might have to pull this whole thing halfway apart to even look at it. So keep going on it. Yeah, come right up. Alright, that should
look good.
You gotta push that little linkage through that. There you go, should come right out.
There you go.
Alright, oh yeah, look at that. Got some debris in the exhaust there. Yeah. We'll get this cover off of here. Alright. Doesn't look to be stuck. Bolt to the head. Oh, we got a screw still there. The finest screwdriver we got. Look at that. Alright, should come now. See anything that, well, nope. Well, it's definitely locked up right there. Yeah, it just doesn't do a full stroke, it stops. Huh. Okay, we'll dig deeper. Okay, well, I don't see anything in there. It actually looks pretty decent. Don't see a bunch of rust or anything crazy. It's pretty clean, considering. Another thing I have seen is the Magneto lockup. So let's pull that Magneto off of there and we'll see if that's the culprit. Alright. Oh yeah. She's locked up. Alright, now with no mag on it, we get full rotation. And that's without my wrench on there too, so we'll clean all this up before we button it back up. We went ahead and dropped the oil out of it too. We'll put some fresh oil in her. Take that mag to the workbench. Alright, at the workbench here, I pulled these screws out. Get this cover off of here. Take a look inside. Oh. I think I see our problem. It is gummed up bad in there. Which, that's good. I think the coil was probably leaking. Okay. Well, that's usually better than corrosion. We can deal with that. I do have another Magneto that I think will work for this thing. If we can't get this thing to go. But I want to see this thing run. So, let's see what I can do here. Spray some cleaner down in there, see if I can't loosen her up. Trying to do this one-handed, so I apologize. Oh yeah, she is very gooey. It is locked up tight in there. Yeah. Well, get to cleaning. Alright, unfortunately this coil is dead. It is oozed out whatever coating they put in it, and I'm sure it's shorted out in there because it does nothing. I went ahead and pulled the mag off of the trencher out there, so we may just abandon that project because I really want to get this thing going instead. But it had this nice coil in it, and man, it's got some good hot spark. So we went and cleaned everything up and put it all back together here. So we'll go put it back on the odd tractor, whatever, I don't know what we're gonna call that thing, because I have yet to identify it. We'll put it back on there, see if we can't get this thing to run. Alright, went ahead and bolted the mag back on. Timing is set. It was just a matter of orientating it one way or the other. That was no big deal. Went ahead and hit that gasket with a little copper coat, kind of help it out as we're reusing it. I don't have a new one. Clean the head up a little bit, we'll get it bolted back on and mess with the carburetor. Got some spark. Alright, I got the carburetor here. This choke is seized up good. Hey, she's nasty looking down in there. So we'll put a little heat on it, put a little lube, a little heat, see if we can't get that thing to break free. It gets to move just a little bit there. Just got some ways to go though. It turns out the flap is bent. I thought it went this way. I didn't want to go any farther that way, and then I finally moved it this way. Oh, so she's twisted pretty good. I'm gonna have to get her out of there and flatten her back out. All right. I was not able to get that flap out of there. Those screws are not going to cooperate with me, so I got it straightened out the best I can, and it'll work for now until we find a better carb or it fails completely. But the little spring valve there seems to work. It seals up enough for the choke to function, so we will continue on, see what's in the float bowl. Right. Pull this open. Ew. Ew. I got some work to do here. Looks like the gasket has completely dissolved too. I don't see almost any remnant of it. Maybe a little there. I'll have to make a new gasket for it too. Now we'll get to cleaning. Well, it runs. It's definitely interesting. We got a couple fuel leaks here. I need to replace the O-rings in the top of these 2 sediment bowls. They're dripping like crazy. And then we had to do some repair on the tank here. Looks like shit, but that's okay. It seems to be holding. Everything else is leaking. I did open this up. There's a little cog in there. I adjusted the clutch a little better because it has a little more positive engagement. I can't believe it fired first pull. That's cool. Like, I was not expecting that. I figured I'd be yanking on this string for a few minutes at least. I didn't even give it any ether. Don't want to lose that. Put the filter back on it here. I'm gonna have to get a new pipe here. This thing got pushed over when the shed fell on it. So I tried heating it up the bottom here, bending it back over, but it did not want to bend. It ended up trying to peel itself apart there for some reason, so I'll have to find another little stack for it. This tire over here is shot. It's got a hole on the side. It's starting to separate here. But I'd like to try to salvage it if I can. I'm thinking I might try to take an old tire and cut the bead out of it and stuff it inside of this thing and then put a tube in it. Because it won't, you know, doesn't need to be big heavy thing, you know. It's gonna run around parades, stuff like that, you know. We're just playing with it for the fun of it. So yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. So this thing here, this trailer, it's definitely home built, but the front half is manufactured here, and then I got the disc that goes on it. So in place of that trailer, take that nut off, slide this in instead, and this is the whole back half. Now you can see it's got the whole lift system here for whatever you want to put on there. So I imagine it probably had a plow or other implements that can go on it. And then it raises and lowers from that bar there. So that's pretty cool. Like, this is the proper unit that goes on the back, and it looks like it's not homebrew at all. It looks like it's manufactured by the same whoever built the front. So yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. We'll have to do some more stuff with it. I got an idea for this thing that might be pretty fun. We'll see. Get it running good, get it all dialed, and then we'll maybe play with my idea there a little bit, and maybe we'll build some more. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.